So what's going on, guys? Mr. Dalek JD here. Welcome to another Black Ops 4 Zombies video, where today we're discussing the possibility of Zombie Chronicles 2 happening during Black Ops 4 Zombies. I think it's a given that every single one of you guys watching this video, including myself, would love there to be a Zombie Chronicles 2.0, and during the Black Ops 4 Zombies Comic-Con panel last week, a lot of information was dished out to us, but it also was not complete without a fan Q&A session which happened during the panel. Not many questions were asked, and if I'm honest, not a lot of good questions, but one really interesting question that was asked to Jason Blundell directly, and specifically was worded like this: are we going to see more throwbacks like we had within Black Ops 3? Stuff like maps, game modes, and perks, and gave the infamous PhD flopper and grief mode as examples. And to that, Jason responded, so are you asking, are you gonna see remastered maps? And to which the guy replied, kinda like Zombie Chronicles 2.0, to which Jason goes, is there any interest for that? And there was a huge applause from the crowd and audience, and with Jason smirking, he finally ended his session talking about it by going, man, because you said it, I'll have a think about it for you. Now, this information has gotten the community very excited because even though Black Ops 4 Zombies isn't even released yet, the idea and discussion of another Zombie Chronicles pack, even from Jason himself, is very exciting stuff. And there are multiple reasons why this would be a really good idea, and we're going to jump straight into them right now. But I'd like to know down below in the comment section, would you guys like to see a Zombie Chronicles 2.0? And if so, what maps would you like to see included? I think there's going to be some obvious examples, but we're going to go and discuss that a little bit into this video. But if you want to see a Zombie Chronicles 2, drop a thumbs up on the video. Now, the first thing is coming from Jason himself. I find it extremely interesting that his wording around it was that, is there any interest for a Zombie Chronicles 2.0? I think it goes without saying that he doesn't even need to ask that question, because the answer from everyone is indefinitely a yes. Zombie Chronicles was one of the most successful DLC releases in Call of Duty history. It was the most purchased downloadable content from the PlayStation Store for the year of 2017, and I'm pretty confident that it is the best-selling DLC from Call of Duty sales ever. But I think the reason why Jason asked, is there any interest in that, is down to a few different things. The first one being that Zombie Chronicles had 8 remastered maps. In Treyarch Zombies history, there is only about 5 maps which have yet to have been remastered at this point. Those being Transit, Die Rise, Buried, Nuketown, and Call of the Dead. So they could very well go ahead and remaster all 5 of those maps in a pack. I would certainly buy them. I'm sure all of you guys would as well. But looking at it, Zombie Chronicles wasn't just a quick business move on Activision and Treyarch's part to make a shed load of money and to make a lot of people happy, but there's also a multitude of different layers to that map pack when it comes to the reason for it existing. Treyarch didn't just create Zombie Chronicles just for fan service, but also created it as a way to path foundations of a new storyline without us directly knowing it was new at the time. The maps we got from the World at War and Black Ops 1 games were all featuring our original Zombies crew, the Ultimus crew, but as we now know full well, they are a slightly alternative version than the ones we encountered and experienced during the original games. This helped to explain the minor gameplay changes which they added in from the original, such as the gobble gun machines, as well as the alternative pack-a-punch upgrades, as well as the addition of a few new weapons which weren't previously there, such as the ray gun Mark II, for example. But Treyarch also littered the Zombie Chronicles maps with hidden radios from Dr. Monty, which help explain the narrative that was happening within those maps, not only in the original story, but in this alternative timeline version which we are experiencing within Black Ops 4 now, which is really freaking cool, where the Ultimus crew visit the Pentagon. Now, when it comes to Zombie Chronicles 2.0, you're actually going to be very surprised, but the sort of definition of what you'd think Zombie Chronicles 2.0 would be can differ depending on the person. person. If you said it to me, I would assume that you're talking about the remaining maps which have yet to be remastered in one pack. But Treyarch could actually be planning to remaster the rest of the unremastered maps we didn't get in Zombie Chronicles throughout the DLC season for Black Ops 4. Now, on release of Black Ops 4, we have a total of 4 zombie maps at launch, 2 involving the new Chaos storyline, and 2 involving our old story, the Premise and Ultimus crew. Now, we're getting 4 DLC zombie maps inside of the Black Ops Pass during the DLC season, so we're gonna go on a limb here and assume that the maps we're getting are purely going to be involving the Chaos story and nothing else involving Premise. But knowing Treyarch and knowing us, we wouldn't simply want one additional map to help explain a bunch of story stuff, and I can honestly see the Premise crew going on through a variety of other adventures as well besides just the Chaos crew. If that involves adventures on other maps which have yet to be remastered is stuff we do not yet know. A few years ago, I think we all would have called you out as being the worst liar in the world if you told me that the Premise crew were going to be on Mob of the Dead. It was a crossover you simply just wouldn't have ever believed, but it's happening, so really anything could happen in this day and age. We could see the Premise crew on Transit, Buried and Die Rise, although I really highly doubt it. I'd love to see the Victor's crew return to those maps, and the Victor's crew do exist in Black Ops 4. Heck, we see Misty in the intro for Blood of the Dead, so ruling out Victors within Black Ops 4 as playable characters is definitely not something that we can just instantly throw as a unreasonable idea. But there'd have to be a reason story-wise for why we'd be revisiting it, as that seems to be an important element as to why we are revisiting these fan-favourite classic maps. We wouldn't just have Mob of the Dead in Black Ops 4 just as the normal mobsters, just as it was in Black Ops 2. They've got to change it up a little bit and give us a real reason for there to be a remaster. And a comment from Jason like, is there any interest for that? Could be a subtle way of basically saying, I've not quite really thought about how we'd fit the story if we were to revisit these maps and how we'd go about that. Obviously, Jason is, in some cases, a genius, and he would probably work out a really cool way, but I can't really think of anything right now. But the opportunity is definitely not ruled out, as Treyarch have already given us that teaser that Zombies Chronicles 2.0 could happen. Heck, if we even look in the small print when it comes to the Black Ops Pass and what you're getting from the deluxe editions, it includes all this stuff, and then there's another header which says additional bonus content, which they're cryptically hiding from us. This is a double-edged sword, really, as on the one hand, it's cool that we're still going to be getting some surprises between now and the release of the game, but a lot of people also want to know what they're getting when they are purchasing a $50 season pass. But either way, at the bottom of the blueprint for the Black Ops Pass, it says that the content within that is not final, subject to change, and may not include all downloadable content available for the game. As with the Black Ops 3 season pass, when you got that, you got all 4 zombie maps within the DLC season, but Zombie Chronicles was not included in the season pass content, and this is Activision's way of saying, hey, if we are to release some DLC outside of the Black Ops Pass content, then get yourselves prepared, because you're going to be paying a upfront cost on it like Zombie Chronicles, hence we might throw another Zombie Chronicles at you. But remember when I said there's a few different things that could also be at play here? There's also to consider if a Zombie Chronicles 2.0 would feature only the maps which have yet to be remastered, if Zombie Chronicles 2.0 is going to be the original Zombie Chronicles and the additional maps that have yet to be remastered, or if Zombie Chronicles 2.0 is simply just going to be Zombie Chronicles but ported into Black Ops 4. Jason's made this quite clear that during Black Ops 3, Zetsubo Noshima shook the entire Zombies infrastructure up, as that is running on the Black Ops 4 Zombies engine. That's why the map had so many bugs and glitches, is because the game was actually having a massive overhaul to be able to support all these really big crazy features. So Black Ops 3 maps are technically mostly already have been made on the Black Ops 4 engine, so these maps could very easily be put into Black Ops 4, and Black Ops 4 remastered multiplayer maps have already been put into Black Ops 3, so it's very simple for the process to be done. So that begs the question on if a Zombie Chronicles 2.0 would feature the original Zombie Chronicles maps remastered again, or if it was to feature only the maps which have yet to be remastered. And that's the question I want to put to you guys now. If a Zombie Chronicles 2 was to be created, would you rather them have the maps which have yet to be remastered put into Black Ops 4, or would you want all the maps that were in Zombie Chronicles in Black Ops 4, as well as brand new remastered maps? I feel if everything from Zombie Chronicles is put into Black Ops 4, it would be the ultimate Zombies package, as it would make storyline sense as well to have all of the Ultimus crew's adventure from start to finish from World War I Black Ops 1 continue on so beautifully with the classified remaster. But let me know what you think down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, drop it a thumbs up. I've got some amazing videos coming out over the next few days regarding storyline lore for Black Ops 4, so make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on those. You can catch my last 2 uploads on screen right now. Again, you don't want to miss it. Some constant bangers here on the channel. I want to thank you also again for your amazing support. But thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.